wasn't always meant to follow rules. The day is long with the king of fools, so I take each day as it comes my way. Yeah, just doing the best I can. I ain't out here hustling, trying to hurt no one, and the good Lord knows everything I've done. So I'm done hiding, finding reasons why not to just be who I am. You can find me out here chasing crazy, living my life my own way. Ain't nobody out here on this road I'm on, so don't preach to me what's right or wrong. Till the day you take a walk in my shoes, only God can judge me for the things I do. So let me live my own life full speed ahead, before the devil knows I'm dead, before he knows I'm dead. I might make you a little uncomfortable with how much I drink sometimes, and I might say something that totally ticks you off when I'm a little too high. Just know I got my demons, I ain't trying to cause you pain. So if you're easily offended, please feel free to get the hell away. You can find me out here chasing crazy, living my life my own way. Ain't nobody out here on this road I'm on, so don't preach to me what's right or wrong. Till the day you take a walk in my shoes, only God can judge me for the things I do. So let me live my own life full speed ahead, before the devil knows I'm. You can find me out here chasing crazy, living my life my own way. Ain't nobody out here on this road I'm on. And until you take a slow walk in my shoes, only God can judge me for the things I do. So let me live my own life full speed ahead, 'cause I'm just out here trying to live my best, before the devil knows I'm dead, before he knows I'm dead, before he knows I'm dead, before he knows I'm dead, before the devil knows I'm dead.
You know what I was thinking about today as it was raining the whole day, of course?
What's that?
No one in the city uses an umbrella. I was driving around, not one umbrella to be seen.
I didn't use one either. No.
It's
you know what? I find them a bit of a nuisance. Obviously,
A
if you're
nuisance.
walking long distances,
Right.
trying to prevent yourself from getting drenched, yes, comes in handy. But I do. This is the mentality. I look outside. I'm like, it's not raining too bad. I can make it from point A, my door, to point B, my car. Half decent.
When you're downtown,
Didn't even wear a coat today.
Well, you're a real rebel, Kinsman. But when you're in New York City, like, they're prepared for everything. The minute it rains, all the umbrella vendors are out, and snows, they got the snow coats. Like, they know what they're doing down there. But the big city folks wear an umbrella here, then no one cares about the rain. It's my observation of the day. By the way,
that is your one observation. After 11 there, Ranger agrees. Is that Ranger? That's Ranger's bark. Yeah, I'm getting good between Ranger and Rookie.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun when the show starts. The dogs like to come alive. I had an umbrella, but I was working. Well, there you go. Well, we have one umbrella person. There we go. 1 out of 40,000.
1 out of 40,000. Maybe you got a funky looking one. You know, the ones that like the dome, it goes right around your face. Remember kids in school who had them growing up in elementary school. And I'm like, wow, I want one of those. We used to say, well, it looks so weird, but you know what? On a windy day when the rain's going sideways, it was the best thing.
All right, pal. Big night, because the big event. You know what the big event is, pal?
The big event, yes. The Canadian Mining Expo, Canada's largest mining show, and it happens right here in Timmins, June 8th and 9th. And we're gonna be chatting about this amazing big event. We're gonna find out what's in store.
Do you know that we're part of it? Did I tell you that we're part of it?
Yeah, the jackleg competition. We drew the straws again. You always lose. I get to film you trying to beat some of the professionals in.
I'm gonna win
the jackleg.
Well, I'm in the amateur division, but I think I'm going to win it. I think I'm going to win.
I reinserted you into the professionals. I want to see you really sweat it out there.
Yeah, right. I don't even think I can lift that thing. All right. Nonetheless, are you ready to bring Glenn on?
I think
he's
we're ready.
The man behind the curtain.
Glenn on. He's behind the curtain. Yeah. Let's unveil Glenn.
All right, pal. There he is.
Well, hello.
Hey, Glenn.
Glenn's like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain of the big event. You know,
the big event, yes. You know, all the smoke and mirrors come from this big guy here, and we just wanted to say thank you for the hats we picked up today. They look sharp.
I think I made my statement.
I think we know who Glenn's voting for on June the 2nd, or maybe went to the early polls. So there we go. There he goes. I'm calling it right now, Glenn. I really think I'm going to win the jackleg competition here.
Really? Well, you're up against some real competitors, pal.
real competitors.
Real competitors. I mean, everyone is a real competitor when they're behind that jackleg. But you know what? You're going to get a lot of help because the pros are there to help you anyway.
Thank God. How heavy is a jackleg?
Well, I would say if you had to pick the baby up, it's over 120, 130 pounds itself. But I mean, you know, it's on a stand, and that stand is leveraged, and it's all about leverage. So you don't really feel the weight when you're lifting her up.
There we go, Kinsman. So I don't have to do any more arm. Mark's been with me at the gym every day trying to get my arms ready for this.
He's trying to get in jackleg shape. And I said, you know what? They know it's you, Klomp. It's going to be all there. And it's basically, Klomp, come up here and, you know, touch the trigger. And it's going to make a lot of noise, probably scare the crap out of them. And that'll be it.
Yeah. So big news. So it's obviously been a long couple years with everything that's been going on. And, you know, the big event, the Canadian Mining Expo, is a massive event for our community. So, well, congratulations on being able to do it the way you want to do it in person. And let's get right into it. You know, I know the city's really jumping these few days, June 8th and 9th. And tell us about what's going on at this year's version. It looks really cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, every time we do an event like this, we like to build a lot of hype. We like to get a lot of activities within one activity. And obviously, I mean, if it wasn't for our sponsors and for, you know, our co-partners and the over 400 exhibitors that are coming up to Timmins, this definitely wouldn't be happening. You know, we attend a lot of events over the course of a year. I mean, not in the last 2 years, but recently this year, even, you know, we've attended quite a few other mining events in other areas. You know, the problem with these other events is that they're held in either Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, you know, Las Vegas. You know, it's pretty tough to do what we are allowed to do in Timmins when you're downtown in a building in Toronto. So, you know, you can't move the equipment, you can't start up the equipment, you can't demo the equipment. you know, you wouldn't see a jackleg drilling competition. So we have that freedom here, thanks to our lovely McIntyre complex. So, and thanks to our partners, the city of Timmins. So it's always a real treat. There's a lot of activities, and there's 2 days of packed content. And if you're in the industry, and even if you're not, if you're really curious about the industry, you should go check it out for sure.
Yeah, you should. And if you're not in the industry and you want to work in the industry,
bring
there's
your
going to be a
resumes
lot
down, right?
Yeah,
It's a good way to name drop, do some schmoozing, and you never know. I've heard stories where people have been hired on the spot, saying, "Hey, you're looking for a job? Come and chat with me on Monday after the big event."
Yeah, well, the truth be known is that a lot of people have a vision of the mining industry, and they figure it's just working underground and working a jackleg drill or something like that. And the industry has changed, and there's literally hundreds of job options within the mining industry, from the geological end going right into the production of the mining operation itself. So, we have planned. We've got over 50 companies that will be accepting resumes at this event. So, the HR staff is there. They're there to talk to you if you're looking for a career. As a matter of fact, we're working with the Far Northeast Training Board. They've facilitated about 160 grade 11s and 12 students. So obviously grade 11 and 12 is a great age.
Yeah.
They're, contemplating their next move in life. And a career opportunity and an option. And we're trying to sway them towards mining because, hey, let's face it, it's been over 110 years up in this neck of the woods. And it looks like we're ready for another 110 years with the industry the way it's going.
That's right. It's great to see the booming stories. They're saying, when they say, quote, I'm probably wrong saying this, but when they say the deposits have run out and then they start to find more deposits, am I correct in saying that? I know they found a new gold deposit in around the Gogama area. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the mining industry, life changes, and the critical minerals is a big drive right now. And the drive to push the electric vehicle craving in the marketplace. And in order to satisfy these craves, that you've got to basically come out with enough minerals that will be able to supply that demand. And that being said, let's face it, a lot of companies at one time, if you're in exploration, that hey, if I'm exploring the opportunity for a gold mine, I'm not looking for critical minerals. But, they go back and they take a look and they say, hey, this is what we've missed. And so, I mean, yeah, you can, the best place to find a mine is where a mine has been. And that's the honest truth. I mean, let's face it, 70 years ago when the price of gold was, $3 an ounce or $2 an ounce, it might not have been feasible back then to go deeper and to go wider on any drifts and expand that operation. Whereas today, a lot of exploration companies are going back to those operations and they're finding the mother lode. And prime example is out towards Gogama and other areas like that, even right here in our own backyard.
Yeah, we're really fortunate to be in a mining community. Job sustainability, absolutely, for sure. So that's we're very fortunate. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about the event. So walk us through the event for someone who's never been there before. What are they going to experience?
Well, it's the event really does cater to a professional audience. And that being said, that audience, meaning specifically mining and industrial type opportunities, let's put it that way, or even a career in mining and so on and so forth. So, I mean, if you want to see what's new and you want to see, how a mining operation can save themselves a ton of money and increase their production, which means more profits for the shareholders, then you got to come and check out the Canadian Mining Expo, because it's like going to a shopping center, and you know, I bring my wife to a shopping center, and there's literally, you know, 100 different stores. It's awesome because everything's under one roof. Well, it's this is the same opportunity, but catering to the mining industry. So you know, I'll give you like a kind of a rundown of how the event goes and the different, you know, options that someone can take in. So starting on the Tuesday, which would be the 7th, we start off with a kickoff gala dinner. The gala dinner is an opportunity for our exhibitors that have traveled from all over the globe that come down to Timmins to mix and mingle with the local mining operators. And that is how we do our kickoff with the gala dinner. We have some real fun planned for that gala dinner this year. It's a little bit lighter than having guest speakers and, you know, having to sit in your chair, because we're going to be bringing in a comedian, a class act, and he'll be entertaining the crowd. And there are going to be some awards that are going to be handed out from that evening. You know, that's how we start our event. So that's our kickoff, and that's the gala dinner. So Wednesday, we start the event at 10 o'clock in the morning, and everyone is pretty much set up by then. And we basically do a grand opening at 11 just to get everyone settled in to place. And then the grand opening ceremonies will be followed immediately by the jackleg drilling competitions. So from 11 to 11:30, that's where everything starts. And you know, you guys are part of that competition, and you'll be live streaming it.
We will be really looking forward to that. Absolutely.
Your audience, whether they're there or not, is going to want to check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You know? And maybe it might just twist their arm to come down and enjoy the rest of you know, the big event. They'll say, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know what a jackleg looked like," and you know, there's going to be someone out there that's going to say, "You know what, let's go." And this is the whole, you know, this is the chance to check something different out.
We encourage, you know, it really struck me because on MCTV not too long ago, they did an interview with a young lady that did one of our jackleg drilling competitions. I'm talking like 10 years ago. And she was interviewed just recently in the last couple of years or even year. And she said, "You know, what really turned me on to a career in mining was that jackleg drilling competition."
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, she was already a miner, but in a different field. And, you know, she wanted that challenge. And she, you know, ever since that competition, she took on that challenge. And now she's leading a crew underground. So it's,
oh, wow, there you go.
Yeah, these are fantastic stories, and we hear them all the time, you know, from our mining event. And that's, you know, that's what we want. We want to encourage people. Doesn't matter what gender, just come on out, have a good time, lift up a jackleg, try the jackleg drilling competition.
And try it out.
You know, if you're looking for a career, that all starts during the trade show hours. There's no specific time. Those HR staff members are there during the show hours. So the show hours are on Wednesday, the 8th, from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. And after the first day of the show, we're kind of treating our delegates that have made a trip to Timmins to something very special, a special treat. And I know you're part of that as well. And we never mentioned it, but you're part of the VIP social. And you know, we got Johnson's Creek that's going to be playing.
They're awesome. Yeah,
full fun evening. It's free to our delegates, but it's all by invitation. So no, you can't just show up. But you know what? It's what the city has to offer and provides that makes someone from out of town feel comfortable and quite successful. That says, "Hey, I love this event, and I love the people of this community, and I've gotten some business from this community, and I might open up a store here in Timmins." And I mean, we've seen that over the last 15 years of this event as well. So, you know, a lot of guys come down and they say, "Well, you know, I'm an exhibitor. Why spend, you know, 2 years checking out the marketplace when I can come to the Timmins show?" I know that the mines come from all over. Like, we've got Impala. We've got Thunder Bay operations. We've got all of our Timmins operations, Sudbury operations. We've got Val-d'Or operations. Marathon operations. They're all coming from all over, all the mines, and they come and they bring their key staff members.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if I'm a decision maker, I want to see these products. Where else can I see that many products, right? And that's what makes this a successful event. So, that's the event in a nutshell. And I can go on about all kinds of good things, but if you have questions, I'd like to answer them.
Well, I have a statement. It's not just the event itself. This event, the big event, and I love the terminology, but it has a big economic benefit for our community.
Yeah, no
One,
kidding.
Glenn mentioned the big one about people that are going to potentially come back and invest in our community. Operating a business, to do some exploration, or there's many opportunities. And to the event itself, you're bringing in people from all across the country, across the world, and they're using our hotels, they're using our restaurants, using our services. They're going to be shopping at local places. It's a big economic boost for this community, this event, and that's why it's been sorely missed the last couple of years.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't find a room. As a matter of fact, so we had exhibitors staying as far, and I think I told you this story, Jamie, as New Liskeard in 2019. So, you're looking at a 2+ hour drive, and I mean, to come to the Timmins show and then go back at the end of the day.
Right?
So, I mean, listen, it's, you can't get a motel room. And by the end of the 3 different days of this event, you probably can't find a hamburger.
Yeah, you probably can't. Well, I think Mark's now going to Airbnb his house. Probably he's going to start there.
That's it. Anybody have couches? I'm sure anybody would probably take a couch.
Yeah, that's right. But it's such a big economic boost to our community, this event, and it is really awesome. Like you mentioned, Glenn, of course, there's a chance to go visit all the exhibitors, and while you do that, there's all these amazing things happening around it, and a lot of fun. The jackleg, the socials, the welcoming dinner that you're having, and all of them are mixed in with fun because, like you said, when you're welcoming people to the event, to the community, you want to make sure they also have a good time, and you want them to see our hospitality. So
there's so many moving parts to this event. And I sent you a news release just to give you like a little, and we're not touching on conferences, and we're not touching on other activities. There's literally 20 different activities that we handle out of this Timmins operation for the Canadian Mining Expo. And like I said, I've been to a lot of events. I've been doing this for 30 years. So, it's not my first rodeo. And I really, and we've done a lot of them. We don't just do mining shows. We do Canadian Outdoor Recreation Expos, on Lake Ontario. We do, the Ontario Forest Expo up in Renfrew. We do the Canada-USA Forest Expo up in Sault Ste. Marie, the North American Mining Expo in Sudbury. There's literally, we've done over probably 100 different events now over the last 27 years. And, we're also publishers of a mining journal, quarterly mining journal. So it kind of puts, us at our fingers on the pulse kind of thing, because we literally know what's going on a daily basis. We have a daily mining portal that we operate out of here, and we publish daily mining news. That's our gig, right? So we've built a huge database over the last 30 years, a very large database of over 25,000 contacts in the industry. So we're fortunate because it all ties into this trade show. So it's nice. It's really nice. It's a lot of fun.
These events, and now you're working on multiple events, the ones you just run through. You must have a pretty significant team behind you, a pretty strong team. Who are some of the faces behind the scenes that we haven't met yet?
Well, I don't know if you've met John Goulet or Rhonda Larochelle or Audrey Gwindon, which is my daughter.
Right.
Larry Sutton and Frank Giorno, and the list goes on. And Kathy Sanderson. So we've got employees all over Northern Ontario, actually, and a lot of our, I would say 6 of my staff members I've had, or 4 of my staff members I've had since inception of this business.
Wow.
So, it's not me writing the book. I mean, they're co-writers, so, if you were to ask any part of them, I could just look at them at an event and they know what I'm asking them to do. It's like, we can read each other, right? Yeah. And you guys know that. I mean, you know, because you work with each other all the time.
Yeah.
You kind of look and say, and they'll say,
you can finish each other's sentences, right? And again,
sometimes too much, Glenn. Sometimes too much. I'm going to be honest with you.
in the events, they don't, they're not successful without that perfect chemistry. And again, they say there's no I in team. There's a great supporting cast with your team.
Yeah, we have a great crew, and I have a great life partner. My girlfriend's a very good supporter. My family's been doing this business now 20 years prior to me starting. So, I mean, that's how I got my start. And, it's great. And it's great because I've dealt with companies where I've dealt with the father, the owner of a company, and I'm now dealing with their son or daughter. And it's great,
Yeah.
And now they're dealing with my daughter. So, their daughter's dealing with my daughter.
Yeah.
Versa, so it's kind of nice. It's nice it's a good family business. We're not, driving Cadillacs, but hey, I got a Dodge Power Wagon.
You're doing pretty good. I have a Chevy Cruze, so you're one up on me.
Nissan Sentra over here. So
yeah.
Not quite the mining vehicles for up north, but they get us by.
The price of fuel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about my Nissan Sentra now. No.
When you so for example, when you're planning the 2022 event, and I'm sure maybe a bit of an exception because there's a couple years off, but are you always looking to just make slight improvements over the previous event, or sometimes do you look saying, we might need an overhaul?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know what, you're never too old to learn. Number one, and I like learning. I enjoy it. So if you make a mistake, hey, own up to it and change it, right? So you can either, we like to always add something new. And, you have to be able to handle it, number one, or it just won't work. Because I've done that. I've taken on so much where, listen, you have to focus on what works.
Right.
If you spread yourself too thin, like everything suffers, right? Everything suffers. So we've learned a lot of lessons over the years, and I was saying this earlier, we can almost write a book. If I had to franchise this business, I'd have no problem doing that because, I can write that book and I can help a lot of corporations, start doing these types of events for themselves. Now it's easy peasy, but I'll tell you, we had some learning years. Maybe the first 10 or 12, maybe more, before we.
And then, and one of the things I bet you learned, because, we learn it as we go too, some of the things that you think are going to be successful aren't as successful. Then the smaller things that you think people are just not going to pay much attention to, love. And that's a big part of the learning curve, Yeah.
Well, and I get that sometimes. So it's tough because we deal with 300. I think there's 327 companies with 400 displays. Okay, so you basically got to handhold 327 companies and make them all happy. You have to try. It's not. You know what? It's not doable. You're never going to satisfy 100%. It doesn't matter what you do. But we've been very successful at what we do, and that's why our job gets easier year after year. And that's why it doesn't take much to sell the Timmins event. I'll tell you, our first years, we started off with one arena, nothing outside, maybe half an arena, Then we worked to a full arena, and then we worked our way up into 2 arenas. Then we did the outdoors, and now we're adding big tents. And, it just... You have to work at it so that you don't put too much on your plate. But, at the same time, my business is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You know,
Yeah.
we enjoy it, or we wouldn't be doing it. And we're quite good at it. And I like to say that, you know, it's okay because, you know, let's put it this way. We've had companies coming to the Timmins show since 15 years ago, their first show, year after year after year after year, until COVID. But they're really looking forward to this one.
Now I'm back. I can guarantee that everybody's looking forward to the normalcy of this event. So yes, everybody frothing at the bit to get up here to show off their, you know, their products. And again, like you said, there's you know, so many new innovative ways, I guess, for mining. So maybe one person says, "Hey, you guys are doing this over at your mine. Maybe we should, you know, implement this to our mine." Right? It's a good learning weekend.
It's like the other day I had a conversation with a client, you know, and they're coming up, and you know, they're saying to us, they're saying, "Geez, you know, we really like the opportunity of having a platform where we can show the junior mining companies and your producers how we can help for them to access the Ring of Fire at 50% of the cost." I said, "Really? You know, I mean, that sounds great, you know."
Yeah, no kidding.
Come on up. So, you know, they'll do a tech talk and you'll get an audience, and the audience is going to be the right audience, and he's going to enjoy himself. And you know what? The participants that are there taking in that experience will learn something from it. And everyone walks away with something. And it could be, like you said, as simple as someone coming out to try the jackleg, someone looking for a career in mining, someone looking to, you know, explore different options for their career path moving forward. And, you know, I honestly believe if we would have thought of this 20 years ago and said, "Hey, you know, I mean, how can we encourage our youth to fulfill a career in mining? How could we?" Well, it's easy. You know, bring them to a mining event like this. At grade 11 and 12, you know, let them explore what's out there and let them make their decision, you know. But if you don't give them that opportunity, how would they ever know, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, that's it. And people will have the, you know, the one thought of, you know, it's mining, we're wearing the light and the helmet underground, or, you know, some people don't even realize, you know, there's above ground mines, and there's obviously the jobs that you said that are on the mine site, but you're not underground or, you know, above ground. You're sitting in an office. So there's different avenues.
You can do nursing on the property. I mean, there's so many options available. And opportunities that exist, from construction to, like I said, nursing, that, you know, a lot of us don't really, you know, pay much attention to, but it's there, and there's a need for them, you know, because let's face it, we're going to need probably, they say, from now to 2029, about 10,000 alone just in Northern Ontario. Like, I mean, Thunder Bay is just happening. Timmins is just happening. Northwestern Quebec is just happening, and Sudbury is happening. And you know what? Timmins is great because we're in the center of it all.
Yeah.
You know? It's
we are, like I said before, we're really fortunate to be a mining community. I know, like you mentioned Thunder Bay, but like that's where I'm originally from, you know, and you know, happy to see some rebounds there. But you know, in the 80s and 90s, the pulp and paper mills were really booming, and all of a sudden that came to a dramatic stop. Like 7 of the 9 mills closed in a couple of years. So you really feel it when an industry crashes. And mining is cyclical, but it's always been sustainable.
Well, you know, what's nice is it is cyclical, but we're blessed here because we have great base metal operations and we have precious metal operations. Normally, if a base metal takes a dive, you got that precious metal that just goes and rockets. Right. So, you know, and that's why we don't feel it as much in a community like Timmins. When the rest of the world is suffering that major recession, sure, we feel inflation and everything else, but you know what? We have good paying jobs here, and we have an industry that just keeps struggling along, and it just goes.
We really do.
You know, and there's great living to be made from it. Great living to be made from it. Yeah, so a lot of my exhibitors, they come to me after and they say, I don't like the kids here. And I kind of chuckle because I said, well, Newmont really wants them here, and Agnico Eagle really wants them here because that's the future of those operations. And then they say, oh, right, So I mean, it's tough. Like I said, but when you really think about it, you got to have that full circle, and you have to have, we have great Indigenous communities involvement. We have, we have an Aboriginal forum that speaks about opportunities and partnerships, and we have, during our grand opening ceremonies, we have a drumming ceremony. We have, there's so many things, and we don't leave anyone out. It's just great. It's great to work with a bunch of great partners, and Timmins has really stepped forward. I mean, I've done a lot of shows in a lot of areas, and I found that, Timmins is there. They're there to help. I make a phone call, and it's like, they say, how can we help? Because it's their event too. I never say it's mine. It's not my event.
Hell, you're the moderator of the event.
The moderator, the eyes. He's the eye. He's behind the curtain like this.
He's the puppeteer there. He's got everybody on screens. That's right, behind the curtain.
I mean, so we facilitate the platform, and our exhibitors are the event, and our sponsors, and our partners. And our partners come from academia. They come from different organizations, and not just Timmins, from all over. Like Kirkland Lake is a major supporter. Matheson is a major supporter. Sudbury's a major supporter of this event. So it's all of Northern Ontario, and it's great. It's like we have some really. Our delegate base is very strong. So we're. So next it's like maybe we can open up, at one time we had to open up the dormitories at Northern College just to facilitate rooms.
Mm-hmm.
We're there now. So,
that's a good problem though. That's a problem to have. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's great for tourism too, because, I'll tell you a short story and then we can move on and then you can give me the boots. But I think, going back, I had a question asked to me. So how does this affect tourism in Timmins, and how can Timmins play a role in tourism with this event? So we have clients that spend their 3 days at lodges. So, we have them staying at a lodging near Gogama. We have them staying at the lodges up on the Horwood. And, there's a couple of those lodges that will call me after and they'll say, Glenn, gee, thanks for that event. We had clients that came here and they've stayed here and now they're booking their corporate meetings here. And you know what? So they come up every year at a separate time and they host, annual events like fishing derbies and stuff like that. So, I mean, we just show what we have. They'll continue to come. But if we don't show what we have, it's kind of tough.
Well, you're right. Right. And they're probably, and some of them probably book it to return with their families or their friends. It's like, So to me, like it's like the iceberg, right? The event, you see the tip, but all the off events are like it's the bottom of the big berg there in the water.
Well, it's like so we had a Chinese delegation that came down one year, and they booked really late, and they said to us, we can't get a motel anywhere. And we said, well, how do you feel about staying at a lodge? A lodge? And then they had a meeting. They got back to us. They said, yeah, okay, a lodge,
Right.
We've never been to one of those, right? And especially in the bush during black fly season. Anyway, so they come down, right? And they come to the event and we introduce ourselves and John Gooley, one of my employees, he says, they're going to come and pick you up. They pick them up. They head out towards Gogama, right? And it's a lodge out on Minnesinaqua Lake or something. Anyway, but it's you have to get to the lodge by boat.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, the van is parked there in the middle of the bush, in the middle of the night. And here's the delegation. There's like 6 of them, and they're all talking Chinese, and they're saying, I'm sure in their heads, Like, is this guy here to, like, what is he going to do to us, right? Like, what's next, right? So the boat pulled up to the dock, and the guy came and they got all his luggage. Anyway, long story short, they had a fabulous time. They wouldn't have done it any other way. They kept returning to the Timmins show, and they kept booking that same facility. So, you know, to me, it's we have a lot to offer, and a lot that people don't really get a chance to take in. You know, like the year we were having helicopter tours, and you could see, you know, a tour of the city of Timmins, you know, from the aerial view. Like, you know, we have this year we have these drone demonstrations on site. Like, we have so many activities. You know, it's just a matter of coming up and taking them in. But Timmins has everything to offer.
It really does.
He does. Yeah. Yeah.
Glenn knows everything. He knows everything but who's going to win the Johnny Depp trial. That's the only thing he's missing from his arsenal. Unless you do know, please tell me. I'm dying to know. Like that.
I don't have a clue.
Glenn's too busy planning the big event for that. But you know, well, first of all, we're really privileged to be part of it, and most importantly, we're super happy for yourself and the community and your team that it's returning in person. And if you've been, you already know, and if you haven't, you're in for a real treat. It's
going to be a lot of fun. I think, you know, it's something that if you go with an open mind. There was an elderly woman that did an interview about 5 years ago, and the one doing the interviewing said to this lady, she said, "Well, you know, what do you get out of coming here?" You know, here's this old lady. "Well," she says, "if you don't come here with an open mind, you won't get anything. But if you come with an open mind, you get everything." And she said, "You know what? I am here to invest in junior mining operations. So I come to talk to the juniors. Everyone's there for a reason, you know, and you never know who it is.
Yeah.
And if you go there with an open mind, you can take away a lot. And then that's, you know, really
it is right. People do come for different reasons. I think that's a pretty neat story. She was there to invest and find out more about their operations and what's the right fit for her.
Exactly. And we get every kind of walk of life that really does come from a long ways away. You know, like we have exhibitors still. Like, I was surprised because of travel and stuff like that. And I said, you know, and they're following all the protocols, and they're coming in still, and they're taking that investment, and they're investing in Timmins. And to me, that says a lot for our community. It really does. And it says a lot for like companies like yourself, even, you know, that take the time, spend a bit of time in it, put an effort into it, and really, really, you know, it really changes some of your views and even some of your, you know, the people that you cater to, and in this audience. And I'm encouraging some women to come out because of our women competitions. And, you know, so we had Miss Northern Ontario, probably 110 pounds soaking wet, that did a jackleg drilling competition and placed in third or something like that. So just to give you an idea, you know, that it's not a big deal. It's not, and you know what? You get a lot of help. There's, you know, 6 foot.
It's all a learning curve, too, right?
I got goals to now. Mark's a Leaf fan. He doesn't know anything about championships, but I'm telling you, Mark, I'm taking it home.
There you go.
The jack leg. Look at him. You're throwing the smack talk down before he hasn't even seen who he's up against.
Well, we have 3 different categories, right?
It'll be fun.
A dignitaries category.
Yeah.
So that would be all the mayors from around the area, and you know, some of you know, yourself type of people, you know, like you. So we have Q92 that wants to participate. We'll have Kins and Clom. So, you know, there's a lot of competition there, and you guys enjoy it, you know.
Got high hopes.
It'll be fun. No, it'll be good. And again, we're going to stream it. So whatever happens, it's going to happen live. You know, the drill drops on, you know, Klomp's foot. You know, hopefully he's wearing steel toes. It's all going to be caught on our show.
Yeah, you guys will have fun. You'll enjoy it, and I'm sure everyone that's on right now would love the opportunity of going, and we're giving them that opportunity. So.
Yeah, well, there we go. Well,
And you said there is helicopter tours at this one?
No. But we're promising something more exciting. So,
Okay.
listen, it's tough because something like that takes probably about 4 months of planning to 5 months of planning. And, we didn't even know we were able to do an event until, sometime in January.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
we had to swivel on a small dime, and we were just like waiting in the wind, right? And, and then when we were given the green light, it's go. So we're going.
I like that saying. Mark loves his cliches, but I've never heard him say swivel on a small dime. I actually
Swivel on
like
a
that
small
one.
dime.
That means you had to work hard really quick.
Oh, yeah. Like, pivot, right? You have to pivot. And that's our business. We do a lot of that, we do it every day. So a lot of people say to us, oh, okay, it's a mining show. It must take 2 or 3 months, to organize that type of thing. And there's no way. You need a full year, and it's day and night. It's like, we're working around the clock, especially at this time of the year. So
we're trying to cater them, because it's just around the corner. And again, Canada's largest mining show and expo happening right here. Everybody wants in. So, you're at what, 400 exhibits, about 5,000 visitors are going to showcase and walk through this expo. You got to be on your A game.
Yeah, I think I'm expecting more this time around, Mark.
I think you will.
I'm expecting more because, we've been shut down this business for a long time. And, we know from pre-registrations, we pre-register about 70% of our delegates, right? So, we know that our delegate base is up by 1.5 times easy right now. So it's, and
you can see the trends,
so it's, our numbers are going to be phenomenal, and it's going to be a lot of fun. That every part of the event is going to be fun, and for every type of person. It's and that's what it's there for. So come on and enjoy it.
There it is.
Enjoy. And again, it's
hard
all
work.
going to be fun. And come and watch the jackleg competition and watch Klomp. See, well, he's already called. He's going to be the champion there of the jackleg competition.
Yeah, you want to see a trophy?
I do. Yes, I want to see what it's going to look like in my office.
It's a gold brick.
Oh, look at this!
I don't know. If you can see that. Where am I?
There it is.
Yeah, there's.
It's a jackleg miner.
Yeah, it's a jackleg drilling miner.
That's gonna look good in my office, Kinsman. You know what that is when you win a championship, Mark? Leaf fan? No, you have no idea.
We've been on the slow rebuild since 1967.
That's all right. My Bruins didn't fare too well either.
You can feel my pain and sorrow.
Yeah.
Well, amazing work by you and the whole team and everyone behind you. We're super happy for you folks, and we're proud to be part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's exciting for the community. And the big event, pal, the big event.
Yeah,
the big event.
Canadian
Mining Expo.
Yeah, you guys, thanks a lot for having me on here.
You're welcome.
Glad I could.
You're welcome, Glenn. And thanks for the hats again. We're going to be wearing these.
Yeah. Well, we'll have more of those at the event, and some T-shirts to give away, and all kinds of goodies. So, listen, we're encouraging people to come by with resumes that are looking for a career. And if your husband or even your wife is a miner, just go and enjoy the event. Cheer your miners on. Get them involved with the jackleg competition. And let's build something great here in Timmins with that competition. And and I'm sure, it's nice to take that prize home. A lot of guys come back year after year when we were doing this thing annually and said, I really want to win one of those.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's competitive, right? Mines go against mine. It's just like hockey teams, right? You don't want to lose to Timmins doesn't want to lose to South Porcupine or a Matheson-based team, right? They want to take home the hardware.
Yeah, you got it. It's that type of competition. So
it is, yeah.
Come and cheer them on.
Oh, we will. And Sandra says, say hi to my cousin Glenn for me. Sandra
Yeah, well, you tell Sandra I said hi as well. She's watching it.
He's watching right now.
Yeah.
You can wave to Sandra right now.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, Glenn, we will see you shortly in a couple weeks. And thanks for checking in with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Take care.
Ciao.
He's doing it all over there, pal.
He's doing it all, as they say, the jack of all trades. And I'm going to say Glenn is probably the master of every single one of them.
He has a big team
this big.
Have you ever been to the event?
I've been to the event, as a patron. Never done the jackleg competition though.
No, and you won't be.
I've seen it done, and I know that you stating that you're going to win this. It's going to be quite.
Remember, I'm not in the pro division. I'm in the dignitary division.
Someone's going to be holding you at the jackleg grill for you. It's basically you're going to come up and just pull the trigger.
Like if someone like the mayor tries to get in my I'll just I'll cheat a bit, Kinsman. Don't tell anyone.
Cheat on a jackleg. Just don't. Yeah, you know what? Wear your steel toes. You don't want to have one of them falling on your feet.
I used to work in
Crocs.
I worked in industry for 15 years. I got my boots, safety glasses. All right, pal. Do we have anything to talk about? I know we wanted to wish Celeste good luck.
Yes, a couple great locals happening tonight. Celeste Levy. Tonight. Let's hope that Celeste will bring home some of the hardware. Speaking of trophies, she's at the Capitol Music Awards in Ottawa tonight, and she's up for Single of the Year, pardon my français, Sa Passera, and up for Best Production Arrangements. And boy, I'm really going to butcher this one. Si tu veux tout savoir. Am I close? We're nonetheless, we're wishing Celeste a great night.
Yeah,
and she promised to give us an update when she gets back from the award show. And we know Mom, Monique Levy, is probably more nervous than her daughter, as she's been sitting on pins and needles on award night here.
I love hearing when local folks are out there chasing their dreams and getting recognized nationally and internationally. And I wanted to say, too, I don't know if you have the scrolling banner, but another amazing artist from our community, Lisa Fremont, is in.
I do have the scrolling banner. Look at this.
Well, scroll it.
I'm reading your mind. Yeah, Lisa Fremont up for the CBC Music Searchlight Contest. And again, you can vote over at cbc.ca, which we're going to provide a link in the comments section. You can vote once a day. It says you have 5 votes. I tried to use all 5, but it says you need to spread out your 5 votes. So 1 for Lisa, and 4 for others, or you just vote for Lisa and keep coming back every day till May 31st.
Just vote for Lisa. Is anyone else from Timmins in there? No, it's just Lisa, right?
No, just Lisa Fremont.
All right.
So there you go. CBC.ca. And again, when it asks for the Searchlight contest, type in Lisa Fremont. It'll take you right there, and it'll say vote now, and click the button.
I'm sure people knew that. What else, Kinsman? What else
this is something else. Wanted to add this in. We had a request to put this in the St. Joseph Parish. They're having a mega garage sale. It's going to be happening at the Timmins Parish on Jubilee West, Saturday, June 4th. You can mark that date off. 8 a.m. in the church basement, and Sunday, June 5th at 11 a.m. Thousands of items for sale, and all the proceeds, they need a new roof renovation done. So that's where the proceeds will go. And it's also a cash-only garage sale.
There we go, pal. This is awesome. It's just something. Sometimes the people have these. I never know the difference between a garage sale and a yard sale. I think they're the same thing.
They're the same thing. It's just different. It's like you say tomato, I say tomato.
But 8 a.m. is late. Sometimes people have these yard sales. They're showing up at 5:30.
You need to get there early. That's right. So if you post a yard sale, usually the early bird, as they say, gets the worm. You usually get the best deal. Now, looking for the antiques.
I sure hope you're ready to talk about this Sunday, the Multicultural Festival.
Yes, Multicultural Festival, the big 5-0. We're going to be there. We've got a bit of a prep meeting on Saturday. and find out who's coming into the arena, all in fashionably order. It's going to be a great day, and again, we're there for the entertainment, and of course, people are going to be lighting up for all the different cultures of food, all the diversity that is going to be there for cuisine. And again, we're going to be there for the opening ceremonies, and big shoes to fill. Mike Duty's done it for I'm going to say all 50 years. He's passed the torch off to us.
With food, entertainment, great music, great performances. The lineup is amazing, and it's another big event returning to our community after a couple of years. And the committee's entrusted us to be the host. We're super proud and privileged to do that. And it's going to be Sunday is going to be amazing. And I'm going to have on my Dutch orange because Klomp is Dutch. And I don't know what you're going with. Like, you hide your hair. What are you? I know you're Canadian.
Got a bit of a Scottish background.
Yeah. Canadian first, yes. Same with
Canadian,
me.
yes.
And Scottish.
So I'm not wearing.
You're gonna have on the kilt.
Thinking I'm wearing a kilt. Where you're thinking up the wrong tree. I'm not gonna be wearing a kilt. Me wearing a kilt. I don't know where would I find a kilt.
Amanda has a yard sale coming up next weekend. Well, send us a flyer. We'll put it in the midday.
We'll put it in the midday blast, Amanda. I know that there's Amanda St. Jean. She sent us a blast. She's got a yard sale happening on Norman Street.
Yeah.
So there
send
you go.
us your. That's right. So send
it's
us
a family united yard sale. So all the families have got together. So it's a lot of stuff on that street.
All right, pal.
Baked goods, everything else. I wanted to mention Lord's Kitchen. If you still have some empties, a couple bottle drives happening. They've got one on Saturday, 9 to 4, 85 Spruce Street. That should say north in Timmins. Bottles can be dropped off, or you can arrange to have them picked up at 705-360-5673. And again, Lord's Kitchen on Spruce North. Another guy having a bottle drive, Dave Cloutier. You've seen this banner around. He needs your help. Currently needs funds to upgrade his current scooter. And he's on pace now for $11,000 is what he's aiming for. Pretty amazing stuff. 11,000, which he doesn't have. So he's asking for your empties. And again, you can send monetary donations. And I know there's a lot of great peeps putting their
$11,000.
Yep.
At 10 cents an empty. How many empties does he need?
That is I'm going to say 140,000.
No, you'd have to add just zeros. Right?
Zeros there. But anyhow, Scooter Funds 2023 at gmail.com, or you can call 705-288-1792. And also wanted to give a shout out. Tim Trevana has also opened up his space of office at the Shine Tech at 205 Commercial. It's the door on Ray South next to the Shine Shop, and there is a table, a sign parked out front, and there you go. You drop off your donations in person if you'd like.
I think he needs 110,000 empties.
110,000. Yeah, I didn't do too well in math.
Just add the zeros. I did check it on my calculator. Right. I mean, you know that old meme, eh? Yeah, you'll never have a calculator with you all the time. Remember that old meme, teachers?
And now we have calculators everywhere, right?
Yeah. All right, pal. Thank the sponsors, and we're giving away 2 passes.
2 passes to Imagine Cinemas, Top Gun. I just wanted to give a shout out to Gina Vaca from Imagine Cinemas. She's seen the movie, and she's given it a 100% review. She says it's that good. You want to go see that one this weekend, and again, we'll hook up someone with 2 passes to the movies. And let's thank our sponsors here. Without the sponsors, we just do not continue. Steinberg and Mann getting our men, the gentlemen, ready for grad 2022 and an amazing grad suit package. Of course, with gas prices, you want to spend less. Well, how about this? $350 plus your taxes includes a suit, shirt, tie, pocket square, belt, shoes, socks, and up to the first $40 in alterations. Again, book your fitting appointment right now through Facebook. You can call Darren Taylor, 705-264-1489, or look for them at 25 Wilson Avenue, which they've been at that corner in that same spot for 103 years. How about Boost in Action with Link North? 50% contribution toward eligible project costs. This is great for any entrepreneur, anybody in business looking for a little financial aid. Well, access to bank of consultants. They're going to hook you up with business productivity assessments, new market development, exporting initiatives, information technologies, industry trade shows and events, new equipment and modernization, prototype demonstrations, certifications, and testing. And again, it all begins with the questionnaire that you'll fill out. It takes about 15-20 minutes at linknorth.ca. In DAP Cleaning Solutions, and Drew Ann still filling some spring spots till the end of May. You didn't know that she now cleans, her team cleans residential. Yeah, they used to be commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed, now adding residential. You'll see the DAP sign everywhere. Why is it there? It's because, well, they've got the best cleaners in town. Cleaning service, janitorial service, carpet cleaners, stripping windows, waxing windows, anything that you need sanitized. Call for your free quote and she'll hook you up. 705-465-3500. And Dare Timmins, the Dare Ninja Obstacle Course, and the floor is Lava Open Gym event. This is happening at Timmins Fitness Alternatives tomorrow. We're going to be there tomorrow night. And again, the 6 p.m. is sold out, 6:45 sold out, 7:30 is sold out. There is a waiting list for those time slots. I do believe they're contacting all those lists today to make sure that they're coming. And again, if you want to be a part of the 11 to 14 age group, you can sign your little one up for the 8:15 time slot. And again, Klomp and I will be there tomorrow night. It's going to be fun.
I can guarantee you most kids between 11 and 14, they're not little ones no more, though.
No, I'm gonna get booted.
Yeah.
So used to talking about my little ones. My oldest little one is actually going to be there tomorrow, so that'll be fun. And how about for the Walk for Alzheimer's? This is happening on Saturday, Gillies Lake. Thankfully, the rain has decided to happen today and tomorrow, making way for a great weekend. I think 26 degrees or 28 on Saturday. It's going to be beautiful for this walk. Again, things start at 10:30. And again, we'll be there. And if you've got your fundraising happening, if you hit the 2,500 plus mark, you're in for 2 Apple iPads. And again, we want to see everybody out and about. It's going to be a fun walk. In Jackpot City, Timmins, talking to Trudy Prue, she released that we're going to be a part of her grand reopening. With all the new renos, the grand reopening happening in the summer. That's all we'll say. We're going to be a part of it, and we'll release the details when that date becomes available. And again, they're hiring right now, so maybe you'll be a part of the grand reopening when we're there. You can send your resumes to timmins@jackpotcitygaming.ca. And the Seizure and Brain Injury Center, registration still open for the Color It Up Walk Run and the Color It Up Fun event. This is also happening at Gillies Lake on Saturday, June the 18th. Great organization. You can share their Facebook post and get everybody out there. And again, you can contact the Seizure and Brain Injury Center for more detail and to register, 705-264-2933. And again, Klomp and I will be there in our white shirts, fully colored at the end of that walk and run. And how about Hillbilly Customs? Who needs some farm eggs? I was just reading a post online today stating that eggs and everything is increasing in price. Well, not local farm eggs. Farm eggs available through Mona at Hillbilly Customs, $4 a dozen. You can give her a call today, and yes, you can pick them up in the Melrose area, 705-372-8190. And how about this? Dabrowski Smoked Meats. I think, Mark Durapo has prepared a ton of meals since his inception of, taking ownership of Dabrowski's. Corner of Wilson and Preston, that's his little empire. And how about this? London Broils, weekly butcher's bundles. These are great for families, if you want to stockpile. Boneless pork chops, pork sausages, 4 boneless chicken breasts, 2 pounds of ground beef. And again, those packages run for about $65.99. And again, every week they've got the butcher's bundle at Dabrowski Smoked Meats. And how about this? Imagine Cinema 6. You just saw, if you've followed Imagine Cinemas, Gina Facca put out her review. She says it's a 100% awesome movie. Go see it. The stunts, Tom Cruise does all his stunts himself. Top Gun Maverick now playing. You can buy your tickets. Check out showtimes at imaginecinemas.com. Or if you put in #Cinema6, you just might win 2 tickets free tonight. And Girona's Borden Kelly Lawyers. This is a big event in partnership with the Seizure and Brain Injury Center in Timmins. They're going to be holding a Helmets on Kids campaign June 2nd. And the program is intended to put a bicycle helmet on the head of every elementary school age child who needs one, and provides education, awareness about bicycle helmet use, bike safety, and brain injuries. For further information and to register, if you're looking at your little one's helmet now saying, hey, they need a new helmet, get registered. Pick up a free helmet. info@gironas.ca. And again, we're going to be a part of that event. And how about this week's grab and goes at Plant-Based Marché? The Dream Team. You wonder, why do they call themselves the Dream Team? It's because Roxy, I don't think Roxy sleeps over there at Plant-Based Marché. Always coming up with amazing plant-based meals. How about this week? Fajita chicken burrito bowls for $7.99 and a tofu pad thai. There you go. Go see them today or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, they're closed now. So tomorrow, 175 3rd Avenue, or check them out online at plantbasedmarche.com. And a taste of Timmins. Lots of tastes in this cookbook, and they're all local. You'll be like, hey, there's Grandma's cookie recipe. Well, it just might be in there. Taste of Timmins, the cookbooks. You can pick up yours, tasteoftimmins.ca for $20. And there's a limited supply, so make sure you pick up yours.
All right, Kinsman, I'm going to do this one because I'm talking to Louise on Saturday. We are going to be coming to your house. One, you tell us what's the better thing. Is it this brand new barbecue? We got the tarp, we got the as Kinsman say, a propane tank. It's coming, the whole thing. Or is it better that we're coming? Probably the barbecue, I know. But we're going to be there with Justin from B&M Renovations. Of course, this is Louise's barbecue right there. Brand spanking new, Kinsman. We're going to be cooking some food. We're going to be having some beverages. We're going to get to meet some of her family. Yeah. And don't worry, Louise. I'm doing the barbecuing. Kinsman, he can mix the salads.
I'll be mixing salads and running around with my 2 little guys there. I was talking to Louise myself. Yeah, see, you're not the only one talking to Louise. She says, bring your boys, because she's got some grandchildren as well. So my little guys will be having fun Saturday.
So that Saturday, 4 o'clock will be it. And, as maybe we'll throw up a live stream and show what the barbecue looks like, pal.
And see how badly Klopp, destroyed dinner.
Yeah. Saw Justin today, told him he needs to pick me next time for the barbecue, right? Yeah, it's a pretty awesome barbecue, really. It's 1,000 times better than the one I got, I'll tell you that.
It is. And again, Justin, guess who else is going to be there? Jessica West from Trésor Kombucha. So you just might see a few of those bevies in the cooler.
Bevies in the cooler, eh, pal? That sounds good.
Bevies
okay, so are we ready to give away movie theater tickets, right?
I think we are. And again, Top Gun Maverick. This movie has been put on hiatus because of COVID for years. It's finally out. So go see it. And again, Gina Faca and Colin over at Imagine Cinema say this movie is absolutely amazing. And it's a must-see. And again, Tom Cruise, if you're a big fan of him, you'll love it. Janice is going to the movies. There we go.
There you go. Janice is off to see Tom Cruise. Janice told me that Tom Cruise is the second most handsome guy next to her husband. So he's still in the lead, kids.
Yeah, you think so?
That's what she told me. So that is so. How does that work again? Then you'll send the names over to the theater, and then
I'm going to get in touch with Janice. We'll get her info, and we'll send it over to Colin, and then Colin will hook her up with the e-voucher, where she'll take it to the theater and go watch some Top Gun. And yes, Louise, it'll be nice to see you as well. It's going to be fun. And the Vickers, you know what? I was just thinking that's Janice's next big win from the last time she won, way back before Christmas. Yeah. She ended up going to see one of the Timmins Rock games and won like 3,000. Was it $3,000? I think $1,300.
Yeah, she's always winning
50-50. Always winning something cool. Tell you, she's got the horseshoe and she's winning movie passes tonight. So it's nice.
This is me holding up my jackleg.
The jackleg competition.
Look at the guns. I'm in big trouble
Where are your guns?
there.